Your natural human genetic makeup is being changed, right? And you become a living person, but not with the humanity and the spirit that you had before. So you come like a zombie. That is why I asked that question. Where do most people live in St. Vincent? It has to be the name of a place in St. Vincent. Think, my people, I know you could get it right. It has to be the name of a place in St. Vincent. The person is on the right track. We are fearful, therefore we do certain things, most of us. So where in St. Vincent do most people live? Text your answers or call. Don't afraid to stop me when I'm saying to call
Well,
and with that answer.
someone sent a WhatsApp. They said we are living in denial.
There's not a place in even place in St. Vincent. We
I'm
living
just
in
telling you
denial,
what. I
right?
just tell you what.
Yeah, that is right. They're getting
Everybody
the
had the
right idea.
Trinidadian thing correct, but
Well, bigger boy, you might have to have a feast just now. Good to know that our people know that.
and
This one is. I will give you the answer at the end if nobody has it, and we will find a way to give the people who come closest some little thing, even though they have to go and get like a half a cartwheel sandwich or
one
something. But we
person
would
said
treat
they're
our
living
people.
in their minds, and the other said they're living in the cemetery. Got a phone call. Hold on. Turn the radio down, please. Turn the radio down if you want to participate. Turn it down. I'll give you a few seconds to turn it down. Let's see now. Yeah, good night, caller.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night. They live
Good
in
night.
the
Welcome.
institution.
You're second person to the call it program. Welcome to you. You're second person. Yeah.
In the institution, in the public service.
Yes. What you said?
No, it said that's where they live in the institution called the public service.
No. It's not an institution. It's actually the answer is actually a place, a physical place in St. Vincent. The name of the answer is the name of a physical place in St. Vincent. But because of the way we are acting, we live in there. Okay? So think a little harder. Think a little harder. The public service people, they are good people in the public service, good. And once they get back their empowerment, I am sure within 2 years we will have a proper functioning public service again, where people go to work knowing that they are not working for a party because some politician give them a work, but they're working for the country and the good of everybody.
We have a caller.
And they have to be professional.
Good night, caller.
Right.
Hey, good night.
Let me just tell the Magic Jack caller, hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it unfair, all he's trying to say?
Good try. Keep trying. You think it along the right way. Go ahead. Good try. It's not fair at all.
All right, then.
All right. Got another call on the Magic Jack.
Thanks for trying.
Let the Magic Jack caller, good night.
Gentlemen. Good evening, Mr. De Freitas, and good evening, Bishai.
Yes.
Good evening.
Listen, I only learned about this program on Saturday when Carl announced it, and I just got back into the house from outside, and I tuned in. And, of course, as usual, listening to you and listening to Bishai, I'm being taken to school. And I just want to make a brief...
Go right ahead.
Agriculture has and would always be the saving grace of the human race. There is no way that you can get out of that. Even though agriculture was used as a weapon.
No way at all.
Even though agriculture was used as a weapon centuries ago to enslave millions of people, there's one unassailable fact that America and Europe, the wealth that these countries now enjoy, they got out of agriculture. And I'm talking about tobacco, sugar, cotton, cocoa.
Spices.
Exactly, banana.
Yes.
So when you hear these
medicine.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. When you hear these so-called new thinkers telling the youth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to forget about agriculture, and study so that you can put on a suit and tie. I want them to understand that there are political scholars right now who are warning us that if we do not secure our food security for the foreseeable future, this world is going to descend into conflict.
Total chaos. Total chaos. Total chaos.
Change and others. You know? Because let me give you an example and I'll get off. A little known fact is that what is happening in Syria today, one of the primary reasons driving the Syrian civil war, one of the primary causes of the Syrian civil war, was that this current Syrian regime decimated the millennia-old Syrian agricultural industry.
Yep.
And what that caused is because of the breakdown of the agricultural industry, which was focused more in the Syrian countryside, in the rural areas, we had unprecedented levels of rural to urban migration. And that is where the ethno-religious conflict started. So I'm not trying to scare anybody. All I am saying...
No, you're right. The Chinese are planning to move over 300 million of their people into Africa to produce food.
That's right.
300 million.
That's right. And Bishi, I heard you, and I felt my chest swell with pride when you and Dougie spoke about the fact that we produce some of the best sweet potatoes in the Western Hemisphere, in the world over. Why?
Yes.
Because of our soil. Because, you know, and
exactly.
Listen,
and the climate. Soils principally and the climate.
Yes, Dougie.
Okay, then. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much,
so
man.
much. Listen, I'm going to continue listening off air.
Okay,
but
then.
Suffice it to
Definitely.
say, we cannot allow agriculture to go down the drain. We cannot.
No way. We're not doing it. That is why this program is Finding Eden. We're going to find Eden.
Exactly.
That's the name of the program. Finding Eden.
Keep up the good work, gentlemen. Keep up the good work.
Okay.
Yes, my brother. Respect.
We had another caller by that time. I think they had to go because it probably was on a cell phone, so they can call back now.
All right.
The caller could call back now because we had the other caller on.
So we have this coconut thing and the cholesterol story, which was not true.
Let's take the caller. Good night.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, good night.
Yes, go ahead.
Good night.
Is in Gunsav, Park Hill Cannery constituency?
No, my brother. It's not that area.
All right. And we had a WhatsApp persons from England. So
people are thinking. People are thinking anyway.
Well, you set them thinking.
Yes, that is what we have to do. We have to get our people.
Good night, caller. Have another caller. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to try that question. I think it's enough.
You're coming close. You're coming real close. You're coming close.
Good night.
Hey?
Good night, miss.
Good night. Good night, yeah?
Make sure you have people down thinking, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm this close. Yeah. That person thinking along the right line. You see like how that person's thinking? So I want you to think. He's coming close.
Got a caller. Good night, caller.
Good night, Dougie. Good night, Bishi.
Yeah.
Good night.
Trinidad.
No, well, we had that.
Second part of the question, Enam.
Nah. The first one is correct. Somebody answered the first part a long time ago.
Second part, Enam.
No. Somebody just said Enam a while ago. You're getting close, but
you ain't not the answer.
You ain't close enough.
Okay.
No, not close enough. Okay, thanks for calling anyway.
Okay, then.
Right. So, Dougie, here we are. Lose having all these deficits. In the meantime, in between time, hear what we have done.
Let me take the call. Let's take the call.
Yeah, go ahead. Give preferences to the call.
Good night.
Blessed good night. Stubbs.
Good night.
Stubbs.
Not getting closer. Not quite. Thanks to hear old lady's voice anyway.
There is one thing I want to say to about the coconut, right? I used to work in a place in Mustique. and the tourists them. Instead I have to give them like popcorn or something, we used to just slice the coconut thin. Soak them in some salt water, take it out, put it in the oven, and fill a bowl for them.
Yep.
And that was their...
That was,
inside the playing cards?
yeah, that was their snack.
That was their snack.
Yeah.
And sometimes they tell you, could I have more? Really nice.
Yes.
Okay then.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Try again if you feel like, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, doggy. Anytime you call, come, you go to the call, eh?
We have a WhatsApp caller, say Fabian Pasture.
Still not correct, what close?
Got a caller. Good night, caller.
Yeah, good night, Bishi, and good night, Doggy.
Yeah.
Good night, good night.
Anytime you tune into Nashville, then we don't hear a talk program, we just feel like fish out of water, right? Without agriculture, there is no good living, no good life.
None at all.
Pardon?
None at all. I agree with you 100%. Ask the Catman. Nothing to do. Catman used to make dollars when they come.
When we have to import so much thing and export less, too much boxes, plastic bottles, too much garbage coming in our country.
Exactly. The environmental footprint.
Yes. And that gets us sick. Some time ago, I heard about us saying that, like the Prime Minister want use $10 million to do some kind of building, right? If we use that $10 million in agriculture, in 2 years,
that could go very far.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Very far, my brother.
They must think ahead. Don't be selfish in their thinking. And the thing it's about them people in America, they want to belittle them people so that some of them might frustrate and don't want to send home a little reminiscence for their family and make things hard and savings and the grenadine. So I don't know what kind of
we can't afford to have that happen.
No. So we want to get rid of them as quick as possible. Have a good night.
Okay,
continue with the program. Very great program.
Thank you. Thanks for calling, man. Thanks for calling. Respect.
Yeah,
every time.
Oh, and I was sitting here right when I was talking about something ago. I heard a song right over. I'm in Union, right?
Yes.
I heard a song going across, and it sounded like a helicopter.
Hope it's not a drone.
Yeah, it sounded like a helicopter land on the airport out there. I don't know what.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, you have a lot of yachts with helicopter pads in them around the region. So
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, then. Thank you very much.
You listen to Nice Radio.
Yeah,
and the program here is Finding Eden with Clive Bishi program. We have a caller. Good night, caller.
Gail.
Bishi?
Argyle, no, it's not Argyle. It's not Argyle. When you hear it, if nobody answers the number, when you hear the answer to that, you would realize where you're coming from. So anytime I ask a similar question next week, you'll be getting that meal one time because your thinking caps would be on. But I love how people are trying in earnest to come up with the answer. It's not Argyle. Thanks for trying.
Okay then. 9:22. Let me just give the time and the station ID. 9:22. Nice Radio for nice people. Bishi with Finding Eden, a new program, and that will come alternately on Mondays when the PSU is not on. So just keep listening. We have a caller. Good night, caller.
Well, good night again. As I said, promise I would have called back, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, my brother.
It's like we have a building, and you have to take a center post. I could say the center of gravity. Agriculture is the center of gravity of our economy, my brother. And
definitely.
And that's the reason why our economy is in the state that it is. So for me to take, you find the center of gravity.
It's like a maypole. It's like a maypole. If you don't put up the pole, you can't dance wrong and you have to dance wrong.
Exactly. And the find center of gravity, everything down on the ground. And that's what these people can't get in their head. They can't get it in their head. Food security, my brother. And hear what you're saying about China there. You see the reason why China, one of these days, is going to be the number one in the world? Some of us might not like it. Some of us might not like it. But America will lose its place one of these days to the Chinese. Because the Chinese are thinking ahead. And it's all about food security. It's the first place I ever heard about on a beside. Where they're setting up. You see the same thing what we are trying to accomplish and achieve in Yambu. It's setting up these massive cold storage. Chinese are advancing those, you know.
But
mega.
Bigger?
Yes, my brother.
But you know the Chinese also made some serious errors, eh?
Yes,
the Chinese built some cities that the people move out the cities and gone back to the rural areas because
so they have millions of buildings empty, abandoned.
The economic activities were not as sound as they thought it would have been, and when the people came and they recognized that their living standard has really dropped, and as Bishai said, it is not about the cladding, the clothes that you have to make you give a facade. The people actually living better in the rural communities, even though that they were dirty in their hands and looking sweaty and moldy and so forth, but they were actually living a better life. And they move out of the cities. So I have about 3 or 4 cities.
But again, that is how farmers was before you came on the scene. Farmers in the rural part of the country was living. When you see a brand new pickup drive to town and go in country, you can rest assured the farmer was doing that. When you see at the top of men and women, you know, I know of women who used to buy their own brand new pickup too.
Yep.
Farmers,
quite so.
And beside.
You see, they don't want our people to become independent, because when the women become independent, women are the ones who train the children in the home mode. They will tell the children to come independent.
Exactly.
And the next generation will become more mentally independent of the system. They don't want that. They don't want that.
Right now, the women, you got some very stubborn. When I say stubborn, I mean like you can't break them so easy. Women farmers, you know. And I like, trust me.
Of course, they have good women, excellent women farmers.
Some of the best farmers you can find are women, and I think that we need to empower these people more, and let us continue to rebuild and revive our agriculture. Because God of the day, now I see farmers that used to drive their own brand new pickup, now begging for a ride, are looking for a passenger van to get that. Come on, you cannot decrease. So what Dougie was saying like that, about those people who have to go back to the countryside, there are living to be made in the country. If you have a government who recognize that these are the people that they need to empower and to grow and achieve it and allow to grow. And this is what I asking for to have again in Simpleton again. And I'm so happy that you have a couple of my children who decided they want to be in farming and want in farming, and let us continue to be so, because for me, this whole thing about the here about passport and then I sell passport, but they go sell out our land and they go brag about who got 800 acres in a cocoa. Come on, Vincent. The land is all we have. Let us go back to the land and see the program. Here, Bishai.
Exactly.
I see the program,
Exactly.
Growing from strength to strength, my brother. And I tell you, I like it.
Great.
I love it. Okay, good, brother.
Great.
Okay, good night.
Dougie, let me give a shout out to another sponsor who is coming board here in New York, Royalty Associates, New York and SVG. Wholesaler, exporter, importer of agriculture, wholesaler, exporter and importer of agricultural produce from St. Vincent to New York by way of Caribbean Airlines. Royalty is a Leeward man, originally from Spring Village and Vermont. Live in Camden Park right now when he comes home.
Let me take a call.
Go ahead.
Good night, caller.
Hope well.
I wish it were Hopewell. I like how you're thinking. I wish it were Hopewell. I wish it were Hopewell, but it's unfortunate not at the moment. We should be moving to Hopewell in about, say, a couple. I would like us to move to Hopewell in a couple months' time, but it's not Hopewell at the moment. Thanks very much for trying.
All right. Yeah.
Right. Yes, Royalty address is in New York. Is at 78A Utica Avenue, Royalty Associates, between Dean and Pacific Streets, right? And on that street, you have two other important Vincentians there. You have Jerry from Lowman's Hill, Jerry and Grace. And across the street, you have Alex Miller, Alex, and Clive. 2.5 Vincentians. Alex Jr. is half Vincentian. Alex Miller is 100% Campton from Mahoman, and Clive is from Union Island and Tongue.
Callers.
And
Let me have two callers, I have two callers.
Right.
You
They
go
are
back to them.
architects.
Let me take the local call first. Good night.
Good night, Doggy.
Yes. Could you raise your voice?
Yes, good night. Argyle?
No, somebody tried that already.
No, it's not Argyle. Thank you for trying.
Okay then. We got the Magic
Take your
Jack
call.
caller. Magic Jack caller, go ahead.
Gentlemen, I had to call back. This administration seems to be hell-bent on holding the Vincentian economy to ransom. Because you guys were just talking
Let
about...
me take the caller and the question. You hold on, You hold on a minute,
Sure,
Let me take...
sure.
Okay, the person disappeared. You go ahead.
Yes, I went to school. I went to St. Martin's with many of the sons of banana farmers.
Let me just take the call. Let me take back the caller. Good night, caller.
Sure.
Belial? Is it Belial?
Not yet. They're not. We like it for certain politicians. Not yet.
Okay.
We'll even Bilal vacant.
Okay. So you went to my alma mater?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we back on?
Yeah. So you went to my alma mater.
I didn't realize you went to St. Martin's.
I am a St. Martin's. I'm a St. Martin's boy. Hold on. Let me take this call. Good night.
Sure.
Good night, caller.
Yeah, I want back on the try.
Go ahead.
Bishi?
Go ahead.
So,
Hey?
the point I'm saying, even when I went to the teacher's
Hold
college,
on, my brother. Hold on. Yeah, just.
Sure.
No,
Yeah.
no. That is some people live in Ribishi, a lot of people, but not the most people at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Very good try. Very good try. Excellent try, Ribishi.
All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yes. Yeah, man. I'm a St. Martin's
that's
boy.
no problem, man. You guys are burning up the lines. That's what I'm so happy
You
about.
just stand in line. Let me deal with these questions and answers. Good night, local caller.
Diamond?
Sure. You have a local caller now?
Yeah. Diamond.
Okay.
He said Diamond Bishi.
No, it's not Diamond. It's not Diamond.
You must want to go for goal now. Yeah, we on. Go back to you, sir.
Yeah, and let me just wrap up quickly by saying, even when I was at Teachers College, I went to one of my good friends at Teachers College, Ricky Grant. His family, if I'm not mistaken, I think he even did his thesis on on the banana industry at the St. Vincent Teachers College. And I remember within the very first year, within year one, Ricky was driving a brand new tracker. Which we used to call the Suzuki Sidekick back in the day.
Yeah, right, the tracker, yeah.
So that's just a small illustration of how people benefited from the banana industry. And the reason why I think this government is hell-bent on squeezing the agricultural industry is because they want to make as many people as possible dependent on Ralph, so that he can manipulate them as much as he can.
Well, that's
boasting about having 5,000 people on poor relief at present.
I don't know why that is something
Bishi,
that they can brag about.
Let me ask Bishi a question.
Sure.
In his all honesty. What position you think that bananas as a crop can come back to in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Great question.
I would say one in the top three, in that we would not have the acreage that we had before. We would probably major at about, say, 2,000 acres, but what would happen is that the yield would have to go up to the yield that Simon and the other people who are the irrigation unit found that we could get 29 metric tons per acre using irrigation.
And,
so if we say 25 tons per acre, 15 tons is the break-even point to compete internationally. So if we're making 25 tons an acre and we bring the farm units to a minimum of 3 acres, we will be really, really in the black in bananas.
Right.
Because bananas, right where I am here right now, on 14th Street, 4th Avenue, Manhattan. But bananas is the most eaten fruit
But
every day of the year.
Bisha, I just come out of Florida, and sometime I even go into to Publix and Walmart.
Every day.
And sometimes you can't get the bananas because it comes off the shelf so fast. And when you buy it, you have to buy it half green and take it home and put it to ripe. We have a caller. Let me take the caller.
Sure.
Good night, caller.
Good night, Dougie.
Yeah, tell me.
The place people afraid the most, Kingston General Hospital.
No, they say
No, I said afraid. No. They not say afraid. That is true. That is true. I said the people are living in fear, and because they live in fear, they are acting a certain way. So in acting this way, they are psychologically living in an area in St. Vincent which has a name. Okay? Yeah, people are fearful of the hospital. That is true. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So come on, try. Make another try.
No, you're right. You're right. You're dealing with a different thing. A state of mind, but it's a physical place in St. Vincent, named of a physical place, but a state of mind. All right? So you got to find out that one. Bish, I got you all hopping tonight, man.
Yeah, so Royalty Associates is actually moving. You still on the line?
Yeah, he's still there. Hold on, let me got another caller now. We got another call again, and they're on cell phone, so we have to take them. Yeah, good night.
Take the cell phone callers.
Hi, Doug, is it Enums?
No, we tried that already. No Enums. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me just interject something and get off. Bishai,
right,
you are so absolutely correct in answering that question, that Dougie, and that's a fundamental question. You know, I did a paper on the banana industry, the decline of the banana industry as part of my studies, and I'll tell you, I must have researched maybe 10, 15, 20 different journal articles, and every single one of them agreed on one fundamental fact. Banana is considered to be what they call a superfruit. It ain't going nowhere. It is not going anywhere. Yep.
No.
Banana would
the latest research on it that came out last week is that it sells against any other fruit 9-1. 9-1.
Yep.
9-1. Yep.
Absolutely.
Got a caller.
So let me run off and I'll continue listening off
here. Okay then. All right. Okay.
It means that the industry in the future will have the best banana growers in it. It won't have people just struggling. They can't afford to have strugglers.
Well, we
have to have the people who adapt the best to the industry.
We got callers like crazy, and we got WhatsApp. We have WhatsApp. Coles Hill is one. Prospect is one. Point is another. And Hope is another.
None of them are right. None of them are right.
And we got callers. Let me take the local call first. Good night, caller.
This one is right. Say hello.
No, we had that one already. We had that one already.
All right.
Yes.
We got the Magic Jack caller.
Thanks for trying.
Good night, Magic Jack caller.
Hello. The place is the financial complex.
Not really.
That's not correct. Let's take the other call. Got a local call holding. Good night, local caller.
Good night.
Yes.
Is it Glenn?
Glenn?
No, my dear. No, my dear. It's not dead. It's not dead.
Glenn dead already, you know.
I know. That's dead. I see what you're thinking.
I'm only playing the fool anyway there. When it come to that.
Yeah.
But Bishai,
so
how does some people don't listen to nice radio?
No, but
yeah. No. Enums is not the right one.
It's not Enums.
Not the right one. Yeah.
I must give you this information on Royalty Associates because Royalty is moving food out of St. Vincent right now. Right. And I want the farmers, call us all a while, please. This program is linking farmers with marketers. I am using this program to help farmers make money. Royalty Associates is buying at the moment dasheen, eddos, and yams which are in season. Most of the yams in season are the bush yams. He does not want the dasheen or the yams to be more than 2 pounds in weight. That is what his market wants. Okay?
Tell Royalty don't go with this person want answering there. I have a caller, but hold caller. Somebody on the WhatsApp said they're living in a mental home.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah. Well, let's set the call. Good night, caller.
Simon.
Diamond or Simon?
Simon.
No, I could see what you're thinking about, but not really. That's not the answer, the correct answer.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for trying.
Got the brains rocking, man.
If you call this number if you're in St. Vincent, call 1-784-495-5007. That's 495-5007. Ask for Mr. Franklin Williams. He lives at Camden Park in the plan. He would answer, and you make your arrangement with him. Royalty Associates would not be buying any stolen produce. So if you're going to sell to him, you cannot harvest your produce and then sell. You have
make
to
arrangements
contact before. Make arrangements so that you could verify that you're a bona fide farmer and that you have something in the ground, and then you can make lots of long-term and medium-term arrangements with him, because he wants to know not just when you have it ready to sell, but when you have it in the ground, so he could plan his market 2, 3, 4 months in advance. Okay?
I have a caller holding. Good night, caller.
Hi, Doggy. My answer is Glenn.
No, that's not correct. All right. And somebody said Chapman's.
Give me this answer when the program is about 10 between 10 and 5 minutes to close.
Somebody said Chapman's. Got another caller. Good night, caller.
Oh, yeah.
Bonham.
No, it's not Bonham. It's not Bonham. It's not Bonham. But you're not far from the area.
Okay. Be sure you put the people in the thinking cap tonight. You send people back.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. Royalty is moving 4,000 pounds of shipment of food a week.
Let's talk about
4,000 pounds a week.
I will hold the callers and let talk about royalty because that's important. But good night, caller.
I just want to finish this. So if you are in America and you want to check royalty and you want to buy things wholesale by the case, call royalty at 1-646-319-3003. That's 1-646-319-3003, or call his associate at 929-420-5036. 929-420-5036, and you can get a couple boxes of the produce to buy from him. Right now he is moving yams, dashings, and eddos, and soon Royalty Associates will be moving fish and seafood products to America.
Okay.
So that's it.
Let me see if the callers, and I want to let people, you cannot call me on voice message you can't make a phone call on the WhatsApp. Bishop is using that, and we normally don't take calls on that. Good night, caller. You still there?
I think it's Canary right by the bridge.
No, not right. But I could see.
Somebody said fancy. Somebody said fancy.
No, not. We're not fancy full enough. I see what they think. They're thinking they're fancy, but not fancy.
Yeah.
Not fancy, but the people are trying, and that's what I like. I like the people who are trying.
Let's try this caller.
We have to get to people.
Good night, caller.
Doggy, could you ask Bishop to repeat the question so that people can...
Repeat the question again.
Go right ahead. Oh, the question is, given the state of fear in our country, where people are afraid to do certain things, right? Because of victimization and oppression and so on, especially political spite. Where would you say mentally most people are living in St. Vincent right now?
That's the question.
And it's the name is the name of a place an actual place in St. Vincent, but they're living in that place mentally. Okay, you have very little time to go. I think you might have about 5 minutes to go.
Good night, caller. Now we got about 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Good night.
50 minutes.
Yeah, all right. Salt pan.
Salt pan?
No.
You're going to preserve people, man. You're going to
Doggy play that tune. Doggy play that tune all the time. Money worry.
Yeah, you got money worries, huh? All right. Okay, all right. Got a caller. Good night, caller.
Yeah, dog, you're trying again. Carapan.
No, my dear. It's not Carapan.
It's Carapan.
What I should say, it's It's west of Carapan. That's the only hint I'm going to give
and
you.
I'm telling persons, don't call me on the WhatsApp. I'm not going to answer. I can't answer you on the WhatsApp. So don't call in it. And somebody say Lomans or Freeland.
Nope.
And
nope.
Hope.
A lot of people living in Freeland. But
and Hopewell is
that may be the second or third populous place. Not in Freeland.
Another caller. Good night.
Where's that?
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant, Mexico.
No, we should be living. That should have been one of the most populated places, Mount Pleasant.
Somebody said Dumbarton.
That's it. That's it.
You know who guessed that?
Dumbarton.
You know who guessed that? He got get rid of food as Adrian Bailey there in New York, and you see he's a music man. He's a music man, and he got it. Dumbarton.
You thinking major key? That's a major key.
Yeah, Adrian.
Dumbarton.
Adrian just sent it
People
through
dummy. They're afraid to talk. They're living in Dumbarton.
Dumbarton. Gosh.
Has to be a man like Adrian.
So that's it. Dumbarton. Good night to all.
Dumbarton is the answer. Too many people living in Dumbarton. They're afraid to say something.
Well, actually,
They're not even whispering. 2 persons, well, they will get it too. The other person will get a meal too.
Yeah. Well,
you got a bigger promise to give 2 meals.
Well, Adrian had to give away his meal because he gonna have to fly.
Yeah, well, Adrian, say who you want to go and collect that meal on Sunday at Phoenix Kitchen. And the other person, a local person, right?
Yeah, the person has a number, a local number.
Beautiful. The
number ending with the number ending with 7550. That is the winner along with Adrian Bailey in New York.
Great. Dumbarton, man.
So even
even
if you answer this correct, sir, you will not win it because 2 persons wanted to read.
Yeah. Doggy?
Yeah.
I didn't know the question, right?
Uh-huh.
But when I heard the caller ask to repeat the question,
Uh-huh.
I realized to myself the only place you could be living is here right now. And the name of that place, it have to be Dumbarton. But couldn't get back here.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
It can't be no other place but Dumbarton. Yeah, all right, later.
All right.
Respect.
Nice radio for nice people. All right.
No, I must give the people this information. Thanks for trying, everybody. And this program is going from strength to strength. I have some American professional people who would be inputted into this program in future, helping you to build your soil, revive your soil from the microbiological perspective up.
Let me take the last 2 callers here, okay? Let me take the local first. Good night, caller. Good night, local caller. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that's my fault. I hit the wrong button. Good night. What do you want to say? Yes. No, it's Dumbarton, and somebody answered already. Okay? All right. And let the Magic Jack caller, good night.
Yeah, can I try to answer that question? Is
No,
it Hopewell?
it's finished already. Dumbarton.
Oh, it's
Yeah, the dumb. The dumb. Everybody dumb. They're living in Dumbarton.
All right, I'm listening.
All right, okay then.
All right.
Thank everybody for trying. Doggy play the music all the time. The money worries. Because we have money worries in St. Vincent. We have money worries all about.
No, man. Some people have money worries, not everybody, though.
Remember, I live in hand to mouth, you know.
You live in hand to mouth. All right.
I just take a almond with my hand and put it in my mouth. So I live in hand to mouth.
All right.
Yes. This information I must give to you people. It says the most widely used cooking oil causes genetic changes in the brain. University of California Riverside Research. I get information from them all the time on my phone. This one is dated January 17, 2020, okay? It says America's most widely consumed oil, soybean oil, which is the most widely consumed oil in St. Vincent and Grenadines also. I'm not blaming the importers because they don't know. Not blaming the supermarket owners. They don't know either. I'm telling the people to be aware, okay? Sharing information. That is what we do on this program. One of the things. America widely used consumed oil, soybean oil, linked to metabolic and neurological changes in mice. The research found that soybean oil is not only leads to obesity and diabetes, but could also affect neurological conditions like autism, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, and depression. New study published on January 8, 2020. Doug, you know what that made me think? If that youth who hanged himself could have been a victim of having this kind of thing, depression from some of these things, or youths like him. That's a slight possibility, yeah? The researcher, whose name is Poonamjot Diol, probably from Bangladesh or one of these countries, he says, he's the lead researcher. He says, if there's one message I want people to take away is this: reduce your consumption of soybean oil now. Reduce your consumption of soybean oil now. Now, if you want to use proper oil in St. Vincent the Grenadines to cook with and so on, use express coconut oil. That is especially the white one for high heat. The other coconut oil is good, but for the high heat, the clear coconut oil is very good.
As virgin coconut oil.
Yes, with it's express. It's just pumped out. It has no additives in it or anything.
Cold press, yeah.
Cold press, right?
Let me take this call before. This is the last call I'm going to take, okay? Good night, caller.
Good night, doggy.
Yes, sir.
I wish you...
Hey, right-hander.
Left-hander. You come in punching whole night and I can't get in. Well, let me tell you something. Doggy?
Uh-huh.
Let me tell the whole St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In 1942, that was the World War, right?
Do you know?
Yeah.
1940 when they got the last World War. We said St. Vincent and the Grenadines is agricultural produce, right? If we didn't get our root, cassava, we didn't get banana, and tanyan, dashi, and yam, we did have sweeten and sugar. That is what saved us. Because we could not get enough flour come from Canada. They used to sink the boat on them coming from Canada.
Yeah. The German submarine used to sink the boats.
Yeah. We couldn't get the rice come from India. Because most of our rice used to come from India, right? And Guyana. So we have to depend on whatever we plant in the ground here. Our root part used to make cake. They used to take it by the bakery to make cake with it. We used to take the sweetened flowers to sweeten anything. And we have sugar. We have root. We got cassava. We got every kind of ground position you have. That is what saves St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If we have a war today, what's going to save us? What's going to save us?
Good question.
The wheat are making the flour coming from overseas. Right?
Yep.
So if the wheat can come in St. Vincent to make our flour, you can see with that enough on the water?
Yep.
So when people talk about agriculture, I just think of the past. Tell them go back. Agriculture is the most beautiful thing in any country to have. Why America so rich and America could feed the whole world? Because they buy all the food from all different countries.
Do you know that America has every seed possible in the whole world stored in silos, underground bunkers, just in case?
So all of them here, I beat up on America and America here. If America don't pull away their support from many of our country, what's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to us? So where they go and play up with America, but I'm telling them, Vincentian, go back to the land, go back to agriculture, and poor people. To be the land, a half acre land, an acre and 2 acre land, with the older people left in all the younger one hand. Keep it. If I let it go, I'm going back in slavery. It's slavery.
Well, while you're saying that, let me just tell them what to say now. United Nations put out a warning, right?
Yeah.
It says food is going to get really, really expensive. Not really, really, really expensive. The global food supply is on the brink of disaster, according to a newly published report by the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. They say more droughts, heat waves, wildfires, like what's happening in Australia now, floods, and permafrost is diminishing food in the major producing areas. So what you're saying is very true.
Watchman, only have a few more minutes,
okay.
and I have another call.
The last thing I'll say, Bishi, I had my brother and was agriculture. Was doing agriculture.
That, yeah.
And the most Portuguese ever to come out of you is one of my brothers. He been in running. It's truckload and truckload of Portuguese coming to market in
So why you call it Portuguese yam?
I don't know because but there was huge yam. When you got Portuguese yam nearly a waste and we come out the ground, and my brother
and my brother.
You're talking about dusting and turning and everything. So what then I go back to the land and plant it?
All right, my brother, go on. Gotta go.
Same stuff for next time.
All right.
Same stuff for next time.
Okay, the Magic Jack caller went. Well, that was the last caller anyway. 7:56 and a half. We got 2 minutes. Let's take back the Magic Jack because we owe them this to answer this. Good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Good night.
Yeah, wait.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Bishi.
Yes, good night.
Yes, I just want to big up the restaurant in Brooklyn there. I have my stepdaughter working there, calling from St. Vincent. Okay?
Which one of them is that? Minty?
The staff in the restaurant.
Which one of them is that? Minty?
No, Taliba.
Yeah, Minty, we call her. Yeah, man. How you mean?
Yeah.
She working. She's the one on duty there right now.
Girl.
That's my girl too, man. Big up
right
Minty,
now.
man.
And Stacey, everybody, just big them up. Jasmine, bigging them up, okay?
Beautiful.
Okay, then. All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Great. Yeah, Dougie. The people say time to act. 3 things we need. They say increase the productivity of land and waste less food. Right? Those are the 3 things. Act now, increase the productivity of land and waste less food. And the 3 things we need, the farmers need attention, financial support, and an enabling environment. And people like you always saying that. And we cannot get these things, people. I ain't talking politics, I talking the truth. We will not get these things after 19 years under this government. Attention, financial support, and enabling environment for the farmers. Okay? We have a money worries in St. Vincent in that the farmers who are supposed to be making money and the traffickers, they ain't making any. When they're not making, the business people ain't making, the cartman ain't making, the manufacturers ain't making, and it's so that ring going right wrong until you end up with 0.3% GDP, which is nothing to talk about. Dance can't pay for the lights.
Mm-hmm.
So until next time, which would be the 3rd of February, I think it is.
February.
3rd of February, right? Week after next Monday. I want to thank all the listeners, all the callers all the sponsors, the host, everybody for this program. Let us keep it real. Let us find Eden, and who have to collect the prizes, and we will have another question or two for you again with a reward next time.
We will send the names and numbers to Bigger Bigs, and Adrian say to donate his to probably a more of a shut-in person or person who really needs it. All right. Okay.
I will get the brethren in New York to donate a meal, and people of New York could get the meal up here. Dougie, just play that message I have at the last tune there.
Well, the problem is that I'm not seeing it, so I have to play this one here. Not seeing it.
Okay, pretty money worries.